Look at this. What you're saying is definitely very possible. You know, in bear trends, you get bear market bounces, and then you can roll over to new lows. We probably could look at any altcoins about that. I don't know if ADA USD. I'm just thinking of a coin that was around the last bear market, and this is an easy one to pick. So we can kind of just see here. You know, like here, you can see that this bounced. Now this is a little bit different. Now that was a 98% drop, but you know, you do get this bounce, and it's 300% to the upside from the lows, and then obviously the price likes to come back down. Now, why did the price come back down? Well, the market makers do like to take the price back down to rule out, to stop out, I should say, all of these people in this base. You know, how many millions and millions and millions of dollars and trades have been placed in here, and if they can create that stop hunt, they will set off trades and they will make a huge amount of money on this alone. Then the exchange might even buy it itself. They might even start buying here and buying and put the profits into the stock, for example. In this case, the coin. You know, exchanges make their money on traders, on trades being placed, on their fees and stuff. So what you're saying, you know, market makers love to come back down to new lows. Here's another. Well, I don't know if this is the right example, but there's 100% bounce there, 90% bounce. And ADA did roll over to new lows again. So what I will say is that there's definitely no guarantees that the market is cannot go to new lows. Anything can happen. The government could start selling all the Bitcoin. The Mt. Gox could start selling. There could be a bit of a financial crisis. Even a financial crisis back in 2008. I remember everybody panicked and sold their gold. Gold even crashed in the panic. 50 or 60%, which is unheard of for gold. The panic got that bad that people sold their gold. It no longer became a safe haven. Of course, that was the buying opportunity of a lifetime when there was panic selling. So could something like that happen again? Of course, it definitely could. You know, I don't like Bitcoin sitting up here, you know, just above here. Look at this stop on this kind of area here. Now, we all know how powerful these can be. This could flip red and have a red 6-month candle. And if we say if we did flip red and have a red 6-month candle, where does the red candle come back down? Say that's a red candle coming right back down to there. Well, pretend that's a red candle, by the way. Like, what's the chance? What's the possibility then that we could do that on a new year before getting the real move and getting a big move back up? Now, of course, the 6-month candle will look a lot more choppy and whatever to the downside. But if we have a red 6-month candle and we close down more bearish on the end of the year come December, you know, what would be stopping Bitcoin from going to new lows and stop hunting these lows again? We do know that the market makers love to stop hunt everybody. So I definitely do not rule it out. At this point, I am not leaning towards this happening, but it's always a possibility. Now you can see here, this didn't quite hit the red 200 moving average, and then if this did come back down and hit the red 200 moving average somewhere down here, it would be like the 2019 crash, right? We didn't quite hit we kind of touched it there, but we mostly didn't hit the red 200 there, if you see what I'm saying. And then later we came back into it again, but that was quite a while later, but it created a higher low. It didn't actually take out the previous low, the red 200 moving average supported price on the weekly. The trend has now evolved, and we now have that 2 weekly moving average here, which should be master support. So it should be very powerful support. So if we were to start crashing here right now and come down, there's a possibility that we could do that, okay? And then move up. But the thing is, the longer this takes, the higher this moving average goes, okay? So if this, like you can see here, from here to here was from I should say the very low, that's the 17th of December, and this is it's more than a year later. It's a year and 3 months later. If we measure a year and 3 months later from here, there's November, we are talking then March, we are talking somewhere in here. From here to the low here would be the same distance as here to here, roughly. So you can kind of see where this moving average would be. The moving average would be somewhere up here, which is higher than it was before, which means that there's master support here at about $20,000. Is the price going to be able to break through this master support? Now I know it's a bit messy there. I don't know if I should keep that, but whatever. Yeah, so like there should be master support in this level. Somewhere I would probably say in the bottom end of there. You know, that would be master support, because the red 200 moving average will have evolved and pushed its price up there, pushed its formed the whole way up to there. Kind of like this white 100, you know, it's evolved and moved its way up, and now it's here and it's acted as support before going higher. So I know exactly what you're asking, and what you're and it's a fair point. It's a legitimate point. It can happen over and over and over again. I would suggest though that this stock is capital raising. This has dropped now to 250. I would probably say that stock is possible they could go down to 10 cent. Why? Because I'm going to say the fundamentals probably don't seem that good. They seem to be launched up here. And it's been selling off ever since. The team's probably selling off. Maybe they even released more tokens down here. It looks a bit like an altcoin, to be fair. Of course, I'm just speculating on that, just from looking at the chart. It really, like these energy plays can be very risky and can do this. They can move up big to the upside and move down to the upside, which is a bit like Bitcoin, to be fair. There's a few things I want to talk about here. If you look at Anfield Energy, the structure is completely different than Bitcoin. Everything is below this. The price is all below all the master moving averages the whole way. Bitcoin is above all the moving averages. You know, there's a difference in structure. This is like an altcoin. This maybe this is a fantastic buy right now. Actually, moving in here, you might have actually found a gold mine in something like this. Right down here and starting to form a base. Is this the first ever base that it's really created? Well, this might have been a base in the moment. Let's just look at that. You know, there's a possibility this was a bit of a base, but we drifted and drifted away. This is the worry for altcoins, right? This is the worry for many altcoins, that it drifts and drifts and drifts, and then you create a base and you drift and drift, and you create a base and you drift and drift, and basically it's on its way to zero. That is the worry with shitcoins and with altcoins. So we kind of have to hope that this doesn't happen for many altcoins. Now, this is a 2-week chart. You know, why is this selling so strong? Why is there no up movements? Why, you know, the fundamentals seem to be bad? Do they have huge debt? Do they, you know, what is the reason for zero bounces and this going from $50 to $0 or whatever it's at? Am I on the right coin? Well, I think I'm on the right coin. This says 5 cents. Yours says $2.50 here, which is very strange. But this is exactly what I was saying I thought could happen to this. This could go down to 10 cents, I think I said. But I'm curious now why TSVX. But anyway, this is the worry. This is the worry for altcoins, that they keep going, dropping, and base, fail in apex, and drift and drift and drift. Now it's 5 cents from $50 or whatever it is. This is the ultimate worry. This is death. This is what we don't want to happen to the altcoins. This is the worry for altcoins if we go into a bit of a financial crisis. I would say that this company, it either has huge debt pushing the price down, or they keep giving out new shares. What is this doing here? Is this a stock split? Why is that not popping up here? Yeah, I think this is a stock split. This is exactly what I was talking about a minute ago. They probably released new shares, and to me this looks like a stock split. This is what's the date of that? That was up here. I mean, it was still at 40 cents at that point. Yeah, stock splits are definitely not good. See, here's another one here. See this stock split? Yeah, I knew there was something going on with this. I'm sure that's a stock split right there, and it's only stock splitting right here, but you can see it's even went from $2 on down. I would say this company's in dire straits and dire need of money. So the problem here is that, okay, so say it was up at $40 and it dropped the whole way down to here. So it dropped 94%, and then it done a stock split. After the stock split, they're usually very bad for price. It did have that initial reaction, but from then on, obviously it dropped from $7 down to 5 cents. You do not want coins, altcoins, that are continuing to release tokens. Phil is one of those. Now, I do think Phil should have a big bounce at some point, but after the big bounce, it's probably going to do something like this, continue to go lower and lower and lower. There is other coins, you know, if they're going to continue to release loads of supply onto the market, that's very bad. And that is kind of what they're doing here. They're releasing new tokens and destroying the value of the stock. I'm distracted. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting sidetracked anyway from your point, but I think it's important to kind of understand this and understand, look how bad it gets when you get stock splits, which is releasing new tokens. It's capital raising. If you have to capital raise, it's very bad for your price, and it erodes the value of investors' wealth. So if I'm on the right chart here, I don't know why I'm not getting the right chart, but I don't think that this is a good one to compare. Bitcoin has got a lot better structure. I'm still not going to rule out that this couldn't double bottom or even stop hunt these lows down here. You know, that's always a real possibility, and we got to watch for clues of that happening. You know, at this point, I'm not in the camp that this is going to new lows, but it is always possible, right? It is always possible. If you remember the last bear market, Ethereum had a neckline here like this. Ethereum bounced up and touched the neckline and came right back down eventually to a double bottom. It did not take out the lows again, but it kind of it came very close to the bottom, and then it worked its way back up before mooning. It did not go to new lows, but you know, I always say we do need to try and be prepared for anything. At this point, I'm not in the camp that it's going to new lows. I think the red 200 moving average on a 2-week chart here should hold and support the price. However, I do expect this to get retested at some point. Your thought process overall is very good. It definitely can happen quite a lot. The other thing I want to say is, I'm not sure if you measured it correctly. Bitcoin is now at 100%. See, it's already had 100%. You measured from here and it was only 75% or something. I forget now what you done, but see, no, sorry, you did do it correctly. Sorry. Oh no, what you done here, sorry, you have 102%, but you did take it from here. That's right, I was getting confused there. If you take it from the very lows, Bitcoin has now done 100%. See the way you've done it from here, you've done it from the dead lows, it's got 100% bounce. Bitcoin from the dead lows is at 100% bounce at this point. I'm still in the camp that this is going to fail here somewhere, a spike in here or whatever is going to fail to come back down to fill this gap, and then, you know, whatever way it works its way out of there, I think it can work its way out in very, 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 very strong coins or strong stocks or whatever. This sometimes this doesn't even go down there. Sometimes this does this, and then you get the moon. Okay, so that is a very strong pattern if that ends up happening. The likely scenario is that we can go down here. But sometimes coins actually stay up and hold up very strong, and it becomes very choppy. But that choppy is a sign of strength if it's unable to pull back. So it's a tricky situation. I'm still in the camp that we can drop down to 25,000, 20 to 25,000. We need to watch and see how it develops, of course, and take it from there.